And then eventually, this other girl that added me, she sends me a snap. And she says, Judah, we're sisters. And we've been watching you text the both of us simultaneously for the past 30 minutes. Yes, sir. Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Redemption here, coming at you with a new video. And today I'm going to be doing another story time. I'm going to be talking about how this one time I got friend-zoned because I got caught up trying to, mess around with multiple girls. So if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And also be sure to smash that notification button. I appreciate you guys showing your support for the channel. And without further ado, let's get into it.
Hey, huh?
Alright guys, so before I even start the story, I just want to give you guys a little bit of background, okay? For a while, I've been an options guy, you know what I mean? Like, I honestly prefer to have options than to just mess with one girl. And one of the reasons is because I'm red pill, you know what I mean? I know how a lot of these females think and whatnot. And I know that a lot of these females speak to multiple guys. So it's not necessarily that I want to be a bad guy or anything. But I always just keep my options open because I already know how the game works with a lot of these females. You know what I mean? And, I feel like keeping your options open is better as a young person. So, however, there was a period of time where I was ODing it, like, for real ODing it. Like, a good example would be this drinking chocolate milk and then drinking the syrup. And there was a small time period that I was drinking the damn syrup. And it was no good. And it turned out to be a mess. So, now that I've given that disclaimer, I'm gonna get into the story. So there was this girl, you know what I mean? And, we met on Snapchat. And of course, all these stories are on Snapchat. Anyways, so yeah, we meet on Snapchat. And, when we meet on Snapchat, we kind of start talking. I think she added me off of a mention because I do a whole lot of SFS, you know what I mean? So she adds me off a mention. And, when this girl adds me off a mention, we kind of start talking, you know what I mean? We get to know each other, what's your name, all that stuff, right? And then she sends me a picture. She looks amazing. You know what I mean? Like, she looked great. Like, she was fine. You know what I mean? And then I sent a picture of her and she thought the same thing of me. So yeah, pretty much from there, we hit it off, you know what I mean? We started talking about our hobbies and whatnot. But the only problem was, like I said, I'm in my syrup stage where I'm doing too much, you know what I mean? So I'm talking to mad females. And at this point, I was kind of just concerned with, I kind of got a big headed about it, you know what I mean? But what I started doing, so we started talking for like a couple of weeks, you know what I mean? And we're just hitting it off, you know what I mean? We're just talking about a lot of stuff, being on FaceTime a lot, being on FaceTime late at night. And, here's where things start to go wrong. When you have so many females on Snapchat and whatnot, and when you have so many people that you're talking to, you tend to lose track. You know what I mean? So it eventually became a thing where I wasn't texting her back for hours, sometimes even days at a time. And then, she would be like, hey, why aren't you texting me? And I would be like, oh, shoot. And mind you, I didn't even mean to do that. But, when you have that many people that you're messing with at the same time, that's just what happens. So, she's over here like, oh, man, I don't know if I could do this because, sometimes we barely even talk. I'm like, no. I can prove to you that, I could keep up with it and stuff. And then she's like, you know what? Okay, I guess. And, I keep it up for a few days, right? All right. So then, we start talking and stuff again. We're chilling and whatnot. I'm doing my best to kind of like prioritize speaking to her, you know what I mean, so that I don't lose track, And here's when the other problem starts. Another girl asked me on Snapchat, and when this other girl asked me on Snapchat, she kind of starts flirting with me and stuff too. You know what I mean? And then, for some reason, she kept asking me, oh, you single? I'm like, yeah, man, I ain't talking to no one. You fine. I'm into you and stuff. And, I was, at the moment, I was a little bit too dumb to realize that I might have been getting tested. Because, it was like, bro. Analysis. This girl adds you out of nowhere. And she's, flirting with you faster than a girl normally would. And she's asking if you're single and stuff. There's a possibility that the damn girl could have been sent. But at the time, I wasn't thinking like that. But then I seen her story. And it showed that she was out. And who was she out with? The girl that I was talking to. And by that point, it was too late. Well, it wasn't too late at that point. That was kind of when I started I made a terrible attempt to clean stuff up. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, there might be a girl that I'm talking to. And then the girl was like, well, are you talking to someone or not? And let's just say for about 30 minutes, I was kind of going back and forth. Well, there is, there isn't, there is, there isn't. And then eventually, this other girl that added me, she sends me a snap. And she says, Judah, we're sisters. And we've been watching you text the both of us simultaneously for the past 30 minutes. When I tell you my heart dropped, my soul dropped to the feet of my body. Bro, my soul left my body. You know how you're in one of those moments where it's just you just take a step out of your body and you're just dude, you're fucked. That was one of those moments. Because it was at that point, it was bro, you got caught in 4K. And I did. I got caught in 4K. There was no coming back from that. So what ends up happening is we don't talk for a couple of days, you know what I mean? And then, so after those couple of days of us not speaking, the next few days after that consists of me doing a whole lot of apologizing and saying, you know what, I'm sorry, I was wrong for that. I really do like you and everything. And, I apologize for doing that. You know what I mean? And then she kind of she's you know what? Okay, I guess I could give you another chance. You know what I mean? And then, we kind of try, we make an attempt to continue on nothing really happened. And then one day she texts me and she's like, Judah, I gotta speak to you. And she was like, I think we should just be friends because I saw a red flag that I just cannot ignore. You know what I mean? I was like, no. I mean, this was only one time. I made a mistake. I won't do it again. And she was like, yeah, but that red flag is too big for me to ignore. I'm sorry, but I feel like we need to just be friends. And I was like, wow. And then, of course, by the time it was too late, of course, that's when I realized that I actually liked that girl. You know what I mean? But at that point, she was no longer available to me. And, yeah, so, I'm currently just friendzoned. I'm never going to really be able to get close with her again. And, yeah, you know what I mean? And because I was trying to be something that I wasn't, I ended up pretty much becoming what I feared. So, moral of the story, don't try to be a player. Plays get played. And if you are going to try to do that stuff, at least be smart about it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm happy to do more story times for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and peace out.